She thought she was just helping a stranger. She had no idea she was about to save her entire family. 12-year-old Maya Johnson kneels beside a dying man on Martin Luther King Boulevard. His Hell's Angels jacket is soaked with sweat. His breathing is shallow. Everyone else walks by. In her small hand, Maya clutches 8 crumpled dollar bills, her last money, the exact amount she needs to buy her grandmother's heart medicine today. The man's lips are turning blue. He's having a massive heart attack. Maya looks at the money, then at his face. Her stomach twists with the impossible choice: help him and lose her grandmother's medicine, or walk away like everyone else. What Maya didn't know was that this dying stranger would bring 100 Hell's Angels to her door the next morning, people who would transform not just her life, but her entire community's future. The question is, would you sacrifice everything for someone you've never met? Maya Johnson's alarm clock doesn't work. She wakes up every morning at 6:30 because her grandmother Rose coughs. The sound echoes through their tiny Oakland apartment like a warning bell. Maya rolls out of bed, bare feet hitting cold linoleum. She knows exactly what that cough means. Rose's heart medication is running out. "Morning, Grandma," Maya whispers, finding Rose in the kitchen. The 68-year-old woman sits at their wobbly table, counting pills from a small orange bottle. 2 left. "Morning, baby." Rose's voice is tired but warm. "How many cookies do you have left to sell?" Maya opens their refrigerator and pulls out a plastic container. 12 chocolate chip cookies perfectly wrapped in clear bags. Her stomach rumbles, but she ignores it. These aren't for eating. 12 cookies at 50 cents each, that's $6. Maya does the math in her head like she's been doing for 3 weeks. Plus the $185 I already saved. That makes $191. Rose nods slowly. They both know the number they need. $200. Exactly. "Just $9 more, Grandma, then we can get your medicine." Maya has been selling homemade cookies door to door for 21 days straight. After school, weekends, every spare moment. Her hands are permanently stained with chocolate from mixing batter in their ancient kitchen. She started this mission the day Rose's doctor explained the situation. Heart medication costs $200 per month. Rose's Social Security check covers $800. Their rent is $750. That leaves $50 for everything else. Food, utilities, life. Maya learned to bake from YouTube videos. She bought ingredients with lunch money she saved by eating free breakfast at school and skipping lunch entirely. Her teachers think she's not hungry. Really, she's just focused. Rose taught her something important 2 years ago, right after Maya's parents died in that car accident on Highway 580. They were sitting in this same kitchen, both crying, both lost. "Baby," Rose had said, holding Maya's small hands, "when you see someone in trouble, you don't walk by. You help. That's what makes us human. That's what your mama and daddy would want." Maya carries those words everywhere. She's seen other kids her age worry about video games and social media. Maya worries about pill counts and grocery money. She knows Rose tries to hide how bad the chest pains are getting. She sees her grandmother touch her heart when she thinks Maya isn't looking. The math is simple and terrifying. No medicine means no grandmother. No grandmother means Maya goes into foster care. She won't let that happen. Maya packs her 12 cookies into her school backpack alongside her textbooks. Jefferson Elementary doesn't allow soliciting, but the walk home offers plenty of opportunities. Mrs. Patterson usually buys 2. The Henderson family bought 6 last week. If she's lucky, she might earn $7 or $8 today. Then she remembers her emergency fund. Hidden in an old jewelry box under her bed, Maya keeps $8 in 1s and 5s. Money she's saved from birthday cards and found coins over the past year. She promised herself she'd never touch it unless someone was dying. "Grandma, what if I can't sell enough cookies today?" Rose reaches across the table and squeezes Maya's hand. Her fingers are cold. "Baby, you've done more in 3 weeks than most adults do in a lifetime. Your mama would be so proud." "But what if—" "No what ifs. We take things one day at a time, one cookie at a time." Maya nods, but her chest feels tight. $9 might as well be 900. She's already hit every house in a 4-block radius. Some people are getting tired of seeing her. Others don't have spare money for cookies. As she walks to school, Maya notices things she never paid attention to before. The motorcycles parked outside the community center, the Veterans Support Group sign in the window. Rose mentioned once that those biker folks help at the food bank sometimes. Maya doesn't judge people by their appearance. Rose taught her that too. Don't judge books by their covers, baby. Some of the scariest-looking people have the biggest hearts. But today, Maya's mind is focused on one thing: selling 12 cookies, making $6, getting to $197 total, $3 short of saving her grandmother's life. The school day drags. Maya sits through math class calculating cookie profit margins. During English, she mentally rehearses her sales pitch. At lunch, she eats the free meal and thinks about all the cookies she could buy with lunch money. Her teacher, Mrs. Rodriguez, notices Maya seems distracted. "Everything okay at home, Maya?" "Yes, ma'am. Just thinking about my grandmother." Mrs. Rodriguez smiles. She knows Maya lives with Rose. She doesn't know about the medical bills or the cookie sales or the constant fear that keeps Maya awake at night. When the final bell rings, Maya practically runs to her locker. 12 cookies, $6 potential, 4 hours of daylight to make it happen. She doesn't know that in 90 minutes she'll face a choice that makes selling cookies seem easy. A choice between saving a stranger's life and saving her grandmother's. A choice that will bring 100 Hell's Angels to her door. Maya's cookie sales are a disaster. She stands outside Jefferson Elementary at 3:15, counting crumpled bills, $4.50. She sold 9 cookies, but 3 customers only paid 25 cents each instead of 50. Her chest tightens. $185 saved plus $4.50 earned today. $189.50 total. She needs $200. She's $10.50 short. Maya's hands shake as she does the math again and again. The numbers don't change. Rose only has 2 heart pills left. The pharmacy closes at 6 p.m. Maya has 3 cookies remaining and 2.5 hours to earn $10.50. Impossible. Her feet move automatically toward home, but her mind races through desperate options. She could ask neighbors for odd jobs. She could sell her winter coat. She could break into her emergency fund. That $8 hidden under her bed suddenly feels very important. Maya turns onto Martin Luther King Boulevard, the busiest street in her neighborhood. Cars honk, people hurry past. The late afternoon sun creates long shadows between buildings. Then she sees the crowd. About 20 people stand in a loose circle near the bus stop, all staring at something on the sidewalk. Some point, others whisper. A few take pictures with their phones, but nobody helps. Maya pushes through the circle and sees him. A massive man in a black leather jacket sits propped against a storefront wall. Hell's Angels patches cover his vest. His face is gray. Sweat pours down his cheeks despite the cool October air. He's clutching his chest with both hands. Maya recognizes the signs immediately. Living with Rose for 2 years has taught her everything about heart problems, shortness of breath, sweating, chest pain, gray skin color. This man is having a heart attack. Did anyone call 911? Maya asks the crowd. A businessman in a suit shrugs. Someone probably did. "I'm not getting involved," says a woman, pulling her children away. "Look at him. He's one of those Hell's Angels, probably on drugs." Maya stares at the adults around her. 20 grown people, all watching, none helping. The man tries to reach into his vest pocket, but his hand falls limp. Maya sees a small pill bottle just out of his reach. "Sir?" Maya kneels beside him. "Sir, can you hear me?" His eyes flutter open. They're blue, surprisingly gentle. He tries to speak, but only manages a whisper. "Pills. Can't reach." Maya looks at the crowd again. Still no one moves. She thinks about Rose, about the 2 heart pills at home, about the $10.50 she still needs. She thinks about the $8 under her bed, her emergency money, the money she swore she'd never touch unless someone was dying. This man is dying. Maya pulls out her phone and dials 911. "There's a man having a heart attack on MLK Boulevard near the bus stop," she tells the dispatcher. "He needs help right now." The dispatcher asks questions. Maya answers while reaching for the man's pill bottle. "What's your name?" she asks him gently. "Tommy," he whispers. "Thank you, little angel." Maya helps him take a small white pill from the bottle. His breathing seems to improve slightly, but his color is still terrible. "The ambulance is coming, Mr. Tommy. You're going to be okay." 8 minutes feel like 8 hours. Maya stays beside Tommy while the crowd gradually disperses. The businessman checks his watch and leaves. The woman with children crosses to the other side of the street. Only Maya remains. When the ambulance arrives, the paramedics are surprised to find a 12-year-old girl managing the scene. "You did good, kid," says the lead paramedic. "Your quick thinking probably saved his life." As they load Tommy onto a stretcher, he grabs Maya's hand. "Little angel," he whispers, "don't leave me." Maya looks at the paramedic. "Can I ride with him? He doesn't have anyone else." The paramedic nods. At Oakland General Hospital, Maya sits in the emergency room while doctors work on Tommy. She uses the vending machine to buy him a get-well card with her last $2. But sitting there, reality hits her like a punch to the stomach. She used her remaining cookie money for the card. She has no way to get home except walking. And she still needs $10.50 for Rose's medicine. Her only option is the $8 under her bed. But even if she uses her emergency fund, she'll only have $8, still $2.50 short. Maya closes her eyes and hears Rose's voice. "When you see someone in trouble, you don't walk by. You help." She helped Tommy. But now she can't help Rose. What she doesn't know is that Tommy has been watching her for weeks, or that he's already told the hospital staff to find out everything about her family situation, or that by tomorrow morning, helping a stranger will become the best decision she's ever made. Maya stares at the 8 crumpled dollar bills in her palm, her emergency fund. The money she swore she'd never touch unless someone was dying. Tommy is dying. She looks at his face, gray, sweaty, lips turning blue. His breathing comes in short, desperate gasps. The ambulance dispatcher said it would take 12 minutes to arrive. Tommy might not have 12 minutes. "Sir, I'm going to get you to the hospital faster," Maya tells him, her voice steadier than she feels inside. She pulls out her phone and opens the taxi app Rose taught her to use for emergencies. Her hands shake as she types in their location. The first driver accepts, then cancels when he arrives and sees Tommy's Hell's Angels jacket. Maya's heart sinks. She tries again. The second driver wants $15 because it's a medical emergency. Maya only has 8. "Please," she begs the driver through his rolled-down window. "This man is having a heart attack. $8 is all I have. It's my grandmother's medicine money, but I can't let him die." The driver, an elderly Sikh man named Mr. Singh, looks at Maya's face, then at Tommy's condition. "Get in, child. Some things are more important than money." Maya helps the paramedics lift Tommy into the back seat. She climbs in beside him, holding his hand as Mr. Singh races through Oakland traffic. "Stay with me, Mr. Tommy," Maya whispers. "What's your last name? Do you have a family I should call?" Tommy's eyes flutter. "Morrison," he breathes. "No family, just brotherhood." Maya doesn't understand what he means, but she keeps talking to keep him conscious. "I live with my grandmother, Rose. She has heart problems, too. That's how I knew you were having a heart attack. She taught me the signs." Tommy squeezes her hand weakly. "Mr. Tommy, the $8 I'm using for this taxi, that was supposed to help buy my grandmother's medicine, but she always taught me to help people in trouble. She'd be proud I helped you." Something changes in Tommy's eyes. Even through his pain, he seems to really see Maya for the first time. $8, he whispers. "Your grandmother's medicine money?" "It's okay," Maya says quickly. "People are more important than money. That's what Grandma Rose says." At Oakland General Hospital, everything happens fast. Emergency room doctors swarm around Tommy. Maya stays in the waiting room, clutching his leather jacket that the nurses asked her to hold. She notices things about the jacket she missed before. Multiple patches, some kind of ranking system, words like president and Oakland chapter. A nurse approaches her. "Honey, what's your relation to Mr. Morrison? I just found him on the street. He was dying and everyone walked away because of how he looked." The nurse's expression softens. "What's your name, sweetheart?" "Maya Johnson." "Is he going to be okay?" "Thanks to you, yes. The doctor said if you hadn't acted so quickly, Mr. Morrison would have died on that sidewalk." Maya feels relief flood through her body. Then reality hits again. She spent $8, the $8 she needed for Rose's medicine. She walks to the hospital gift shop and uses her remaining pocket change, $2.37, to buy Tommy a small teddy bear and a get well card. The gift shop clerk, an older woman with kind eyes, notices Maya counting pennies. "Is this for someone special, honey?" A man I helped. He was having a heart attack and everyone ignored him because he looked scary, but he's really nice. The woman refuses Maya's money. Angels don't pay for gifts, she says with a wink. Maya writes in the card, "Dear Mr. Tommy, I hope you feel better soon. I'm glad I could help you. My grandma always says helping people is the most important thing. Get well soon. Your friend, Maya." When she returns to Tommy's room, he's awake and stable. Machines beep steadily around him. His color looks much better. "Little angel," he says when he sees her. "You came back? I brought you something." Maya gives him the teddy bear and card. Tommy reads the card slowly, his eyes getting watery. "Maya, you used your grandmother's medicine money to save me. It was the right thing to do. Tell me about your grandmother." Maya sits beside his bed and explains everything. Rose's heart condition, the expensive medication, 3 weeks of selling cookies, how they need exactly $200 and she's now further from that goal than ever. Tommy listens carefully to every word. "Maya, I need to ask you something important. Why did you help me when all those adults walked away?" Maya thinks for a moment. "Because you needed help, and because my grandma taught me that how people look doesn't matter. What matters is what's in their heart." Tommy's voice gets emotional. "What if I told you I could pay you back, more than $8, enough for your grandmother's medicine and more?" Maya shakes her head immediately. "Mr. Tommy, I didn't help you for money. I helped you because it was right. My grandma would be upset if I took money for doing what anyone should do." Tommy stares at her for a long moment. Then he reaches into his wallet, a thick, expensive-looking wallet, and pulls out a business card. "Maya, I want you to have this. But don't look at it until tomorrow morning, okay? Promise me." Maya takes the card without looking. "I promise. And take this, too." Tommy removes a small pin from his jacket. It looks like a guardian angel with tiny wings. "For the little angel who saved my life." A doctor enters to check on Tommy. "Mr. Morrison, you're very lucky this young lady acted so quickly. She saved your life." "I know," Tommy says, his eyes never leaving Maya's face. "She's extraordinary." As visiting hours end, Maya prepares to leave. Tommy grabs her hand one more time. "Maya, I need you to understand something. What you did today, choosing to help a stranger with money your family desperately needed, that's the rarest kind of courage. You're going to change the world someday." Maya smiles shyly. "I just want to help my grandma." "You're going to help a lot more people than just your grandma. Trust me." Maya walks home in the dark, Tommy's business card in her pocket, and the angel pin clutched in her hand. She has no idea what the card says. She has no idea that Tommy has already made several phone calls about her. She only knows she spent her last $8 saving a stranger's life, and somehow, she doesn't regret it. What she doesn't know is that Tommy Morrison isn't just any Hell's Angel, and by tomorrow morning, that $8 will become the best investment she's ever made. Maya's key turns in the apartment lock at 8:30 p.m. Her stomach churns with dread. Rose sits at the kitchen table counting her remaining heart pills. 2 small white tablets. Her face lights up when Maya walks in. "Baby, how did the cookie sales go? Do we have enough for my medicine?" Maya's throat feels tight. She sits across from her grandmother and pulls out her earnings from the day, $4.50 in crumpled bills. "Grandma, I need to tell you something." Rose sees Maya's expression and her smile fades. "What happened, baby?" "I found the man having a heart attack on MLK Boulevard. Everyone was walking past him because he looked scary. He was dying, Grandma, really dying." Maya's voice starts to crack. "I used our $8, my emergency money, to get him to the hospital in a taxi, plus the $2 for a get-well gift." Rose is quiet for a long moment. Maya waits for disappointment, for anger, for fear about the medicine. Instead, Rose reaches across the table and takes Maya's hands. "Tell me everything." Maya describes Tommy's gray face, his labored breathing, the crowd of adults who wouldn't help. She explains how she recognized the heart attack symptoms from watching Rose's condition. "He would have died if I didn't act fast. But now we only have $189.50. We're further from your medicine than we were this morning." Rose's eyes fill with tears, but she's smiling. "Maya Johnson, you did exactly what your mama and daddy would have wanted. What I taught you to do. I would rather risk my health than watch you become someone who walks past dying people. But your medicine will work itself out somehow. It always does. What matters is that you saved a life today. You chose compassion over self-preservation. Maya pulls Tommy's business card from her pocket. He gave me this, but made me promise not to look until tomorrow morning. Rose squints at the card. Her eyesight isn't good enough to read the small print. Probably just want to thank you properly. Maya also shows Rose the angel pin. He called me his little angel. That's exactly what you are, baby. They eat a simple dinner of rice and beans. Maya goes to bed worried but somehow peaceful. She did the right thing. Rose taught her that doing the right thing doesn't always feel easy, but it always feels right. Maya sleeps deeply for the first time in weeks. The next morning, a knock at the door wakes them both. Maya opens it to find Tommy standing on their porch, but he looks completely different. Clean-shaven, well-dressed. His leather jacket is pristine. Behind him stand two other men in similar jackets, all polite and respectful. Maya, Rose, good morning. I hope it's okay that I came by. Rose appears beside Maya, curious but welcoming. Please come in. Maya told me what happened. How are you feeling? Much better, thanks to your granddaughter. Tommy's voice is strong, confident, very different from the weak whispers at the hospital. I wanted to thank Maya properly and pay her back for the taxi money. Tommy pulls out a thick wallet and counts out several bills. Here's $50. That should cover the taxi plus extra for your kindness. Maya steps back immediately. Mr. Tommy, I can't take that money. Why not? Because I didn't help you to get paid. I helped you because you needed help. My grandma taught me that you don't charge people for doing what's right. Rose nods firmly. We appreciate the gesture, but Maya's right. We don't take money for being decent human beings. Tommy's eyes brighten as if Maya just passed some kind of test. What if I insist? Then we'd have to politely decline, Rose says with dignity. Tommy puts his wallet away and pulls out another business card. Then please, at least keep this and this. He hands Maya a small guardian angel keychain. For the little angel who reminded me that good people still exist. Maya takes the items without really looking. Thank you, Mr. Tommy. As Tommy and his friends leave, Maya hears him make a phone call in the driveway. She can't make out the words, but his tone sounds urgent and excited. What she doesn't know is that Tommy just said, "Church meeting tonight, brothers. I found her." Strange things start happening immediately after Tommy leaves. Maya and Rose walk to the corner grocery store to buy ingredients for more cookies. Maya needs to earn that missing $10 somehow. At the checkout counter, the cashier rings up their small purchase, bread, eggs, chocolate chips. That'll be $12.47, she says. Maya counts out exact change when a voice behind her speaks up. I've got this. A man in a leather vest places a $20 bill on the counter. Keep the change, ladies. Before Maya can protest, he's gone. The cashier shrugs and hands Maya $7.53 in change. Lucky day, the cashier says. Maya stares at the extra money, confused. Walking home, Rose mentions something odd. Mrs. Patterson across the street said some nice men in leather jackets were asking about you yesterday. Wanted to know about the sweet girl who helps everyone. Asking about me? Why? She said they seemed real respectful. Asked if you were the one who sells cookies to help the family. Maya feels uneasy. Who would be asking about her? That afternoon, more strange kindnesses appeared. An envelope slides under their door with no return address. Inside, $20 cash and a note written in neat handwriting. For cookies, anonymous customer who heard about your grandmother. Maya examines the envelope. The paper feels expensive. The handwriting looks masculine, careful. Grandma, this is weird. People don't just give away money. Rose studies the note. Maybe word is getting around about what a good girl you are. Maya finally looks closely at Tommy's business card. The front says T. Morrison, Community Outreach with a phone number. But there's something embossed on the back, a logo she can't quite make out in the kitchen lighting. The guardian angel keychain catches her eye, too. It's heavier than it looks, made of real metal. She notices tiny engravings along the wings, but they're too small to read. That evening, Maya hears motorcycles rumbling through the neighborhood. Not racing or causing trouble, just riding slowly, purposefully. She looks out the window and sees 3 bikes cruise past their house. The riders wave when they see her in the window. "Grandma, there are more motorcycles tonight." Rose joins her at the window. "They don't seem threatening. Maybe they're just passing through." Maya counts her money before bed. With the mysterious donations, she now has $217, more than enough for Rose's medicine. But something feels off. The timing is too perfect. The generosity is too convenient. As she drifts off to sleep, Maya hears more motorcycles in the distance. A lot of them, like they're gathering somewhere nearby. She doesn't know that Tommy has spent the entire day making phone calls to Hell's Angels chapters across 3 states. "Brothers," he told each caller. "A 12-year-old girl showed us what real brotherhood looks like. Tomorrow, we will show her what it means to have 100 guardian angels." Maya wakes to what sounds like an earthquake. The rumbling starts low, like distant thunder. Then it grows, louder, closer. The windows in their apartment begin to vibrate. "Maya!" Rose calls from the living room. "Baby, come see this!" Maya stumbles out of bed, still in her pajamas. Through their front window, she sees something impossible. 100 Harley-Davidson motorcycles lined up perfectly along their entire street. Chrome gleaming in the morning sun. Black leather everywhere. Hell's Angels patches on every jacket. And they're all facing their house. "Oh my God," Maya whispers. Neighbors peek through curtains. Mrs. Patterson stands on her porch with her mouth open. The mailman has stopped mid-delivery, frozen in place. Then Maya sees him. Tommy stands at the front of the formation, but everything about him has changed. His posture is different, commanding, confident. The other bikers clearly defer to him. This isn't the dying man she found on the sidewalk. This is a leader. Tommy removes his helmet and walks toward their door with absolute authority. 2 other bikers follow respectfully behind him. Maya's hands shake as she opens the door. Rose stands beside her, gripping her granddaughter's shoulder. "Maya. Rose." Tommy's voice is strong, clear. "I need to properly introduce myself." He extends his hand formally. "I'm Thomas Morrison, founder and president of the Morrison Foundation. And these are my brothers from Hell's Angels chapters across California, Nevada, and Arizona." Maya stares at him, confused. "Morrison Foundation?" "Maya, I wasn't completely honest with you yesterday. Yes, I was having a real heart attack. Yes, you saved my life, but I'm not just any biker." Tommy pulls out his phone and shows Maya a news article. The headline reads, "Morrison Foundation distributes $100 million to children and families in need." The photo shows Tommy in a suit, shaking hands with the governor. "That's you?" Maya's voice is small. "For 15 years, our foundation has been looking for young people who truly understand service to others. We've built schools, funded scholarships, and supported families in crisis." Rose finds her voice. "Mr. Morrison, I don't understand. Why are you here?" Tommy's expression becomes emotional. "Mrs. Johnson, your granddaughter did something extraordinary yesterday. She sacrificed money your family desperately needed to save a complete stranger. When adults walked past me because of how I looked, a 12-year-old girl saw someone who needed help." Maya feels dizzy. "But you were dying." "I was absolutely dying, Maya. My heart attack was real and life-threatening. But what you don't know is that we've been researching families in this neighborhood for 3 months. Tommy signals to one of the other bikers, who brings forward a thick folder. "Maya, we've been watching you for weeks. Your cookie sales to help Rose. The way you share your lunch with hungry classmates. How do you help elderly neighbors carry groceries?" He opens the folder and shows photographs. Maya helped Mrs. Lane with her trash cans. Maya giving her sandwich to a homeless man. Maya reading to children at the community center. "We document everything," Tommy explains. "We have to be sure we're investing in the right people." Maya's legs feel weak. "You were testing me?" "No, Maya. My heart attack happened naturally. But when you chose to sacrifice your grandmother's medicine money to save a scary-looking stranger, you proved something we've been searching for." Rose speaks up, protective. "What exactly have you been searching for?" Tommy's voice fills with emotion. "True character. Maya, in 15 years of running this foundation, we've never seen someone your age make such a selfless choice. You didn't hesitate. You didn't calculate the cost. You saw someone dying and acted. He gestures to the 100 bikers behind him. Every one of these men has children, grandchildren, and families. Yesterday, your courage reminded us why we started this foundation. Why do we ride? Why do we serve? Maya looks at the business card still in her hand. In the morning light, she can finally see the embossed logo clearly. The Morrison Foundation seal. The man I saved runs a foundation? Maya, Tommy says gently. The man you saved has been looking for someone exactly like you for 3 years. Someone who embodies the values we want to support and amplify. One of the other bikers steps forward. Maya, I'm Marcus, Tommy's vice president. My daughter is in college because of this foundation. Tommy spent his life finding kids who deserve opportunities. Another biker speaks up. My grandson got into medical school with foundation support. Tommy doesn't just give money, he changes lives. Maya feels overwhelmed. I don't understand what this means. Tommy kneels down to Maya's eye level. It means, Maya Johnson, that your $8 yesterday just earned you something that will change your family's life forever. He stands and signals to the other bikers. They begin unloading items from their motorcycles. Official-looking documents, presentation folders, a large ceremonial check. Maya, we're not here just to thank you. We're here to make you the first recipient of our new Young Heroes initiative. Rose gasps. What does that mean? Tommy smiles, his eyes bright with excitement. It means Maya's choice to help a stranger is about to help hundreds of other families, too. Maya's heart pounds. Mr. Tommy, what are you saying? I'm saying, little angel, that your courage yesterday didn't just save my life. It's about to save your future. Tommy motions to the bikers behind him. They approach carrying official documents, presentation folders, and something that makes Maya's eyes widen. A ceremonial check the size of a poster board. Maya, Rose, what I'm about to offer you will change your family's life forever. But first, you need to understand what the Morrison Foundation really does. Tommy opens a presentation folder filled with photographs. Schools with Morrison Foundation signs, smiling children in graduation caps, families standing in front of new homes. For 15 years, we've distributed over $100 million to children and families who prove exceptional character despite difficult circumstances. We've built 12 schools, funded 3,000 scholarships, and supported 5,000 families in crisis. Maya stares at the photos, unable to process the scale. But Maya, we've never created a program specifically for someone your age, until yesterday. Tommy pulls out an official document with the Morrison Foundation letterhead. Based on your actions yesterday, choosing to help a stranger with money your family desperately needed, we're launching our first ever Young Heroes initiative. Rose finds her voice. What does that mean for Maya? It means Maya becomes our first Young Hero scholar. Tommy's voice fills with pride. Here's what that includes. Tommy begins listing, counting on his fingers. First, full college scholarship fund. $250,000 held in trust until Maya turns 18. Every penny of college tuition, room, board, and expenses are covered. Maya's knees go weak. Rose grabs her granddaughter's arm for support. Second, immediate family support. All of Rose's medical expenses, heart medication, doctor visits, specialist care, covered for life. You'll never worry about medical bills again. Rose starts crying. Mr. Morrison, this can't be real. Third, monthly family stipend, $3,000 per month deposited into your account until Maya turns 18. No more struggling to pay rent or buy groceries. Maya does quick math in her head. $3,000 times 12 months times 6 years. $216,000. More money than she's ever imagined. Fourth, educational enrichment. Maya will attend Oakland Preparatory Academy, the best private school in the Bay Area. All expenses covered. Plus summer programs, tutoring, and college preparation. Tommy pauses, watching Maya's reaction. But Maya, there are conditions, age-appropriate responsibilities that come with this opportunity. Maya nods, trying to focus despite feeling overwhelmed. You must maintain B+ grades throughout high school. You must complete 50 hours of community service annually, which you already do naturally. You must attend 2 foundation events per year to inspire other young people, and you must document your journey through simple video diaries to help us find other young heroes. Maya looks at Rose, then back at Tommy. Mr. Tommy, this sounds too good to be true. Why would you give us so much? Tommy's expression becomes serious. Maya, Yesterday you proved something extraordinary. When adults walked past me because of how I looked, you saw someone who needed help. You sacrificed money your family desperately needed because saving a life was more important than your own comfort. One of the other bikers steps forward. Maya, my name is David. I'm a retired teacher. In 30 years of education, I've never seen a child demonstrate the moral courage you showed yesterday. Another biker speaks up. I'm Roberto. My foundation work focuses on at-risk youth. What you did, choosing compassion over self-preservation, that's leadership potential that can't be taught. Tommy continues. Maya, we're not just investing in your education. We're investing in your ability to help others. The foundation exists to find people like you and amplify your impact. He gestures to the ceremonial check. But first, immediate relief. Tommy hands Rose an envelope. Inside are prepaid cards for 6 months of groceries, utilities, and household expenses, plus a year's supply of your heart medication already ordered and being delivered this afternoon. Rose opens the envelope with shaking hands. Mr. Morrison, I don't know what to say. Say you'll let Maya accept this opportunity. Maya finds her voice. What if I mess up? What if I'm not smart enough or good enough for all this? Tommy kneels down to Maya's eye level again. Maya, someone who sacrifices her grandmother's medicine money for a stranger will never mess up the things that matter. You already proved you have character that can't be taught. He stands and signals to all 100 bikers. They remove their helmets in unison, a gesture of respect Maya has never seen before. Maya Johnson, Tommy announces formally, on behalf of the Morrison Foundation and the Hells Angels Brotherhood, we hereby invite you to become our first Young Hero Scholar. He presents Maya with an official jacket, small enough to fit her with Young Hero #001 embroidered on the back. Maya takes the jacket with trembling hands. Mr. Tommy, I just wanted to help my grandma buy medicine. And now you can help hundreds of other grandmothers too. Maya, this is just the beginning. What you do with these opportunities will determine how many other families receive the same chance. Rose speaks through tears. Maya, baby. What do you say? Maya looks at the 100 bikers, all watching her with respect and hope. She looks at Rose, whose medical worries just disappeared forever. She looks at Tommy, the man whose life she saved with $8. Mr. Tommy, if I accept this, can I still help other people the way my grandma taught me? Maya, that's exactly what we're counting on. Maya takes a deep breath. Then yes, I accept. The 100 Hells Angels erupt in cheers, their engines roaring to life in celebration. Maya Johnson, the 12-year-old girl who sold cookies to save her grandmother, just became the richest kid in Oakland. But more importantly, she just became a beacon of hope for every struggling family in America. 6 months later, Maya's life is unrecognizable. The alarm clock that never worked still doesn't work. But Maya doesn't need it anymore. She wakes up naturally at 6:30 in her new bedroom, twice the size of their old apartment, and finds Rose in the kitchen making real breakfast. Eggs, bacon, fresh fruit, no more counting pills or rationing food. Rose's medicine cabinet is fully stocked. Her monthly cardiology appointments are prepaid for life. Her color is healthy, her energy restored. She volunteers 3 days a week at the new Morrison Foundation Community Center, teaching cooking classes to young mothers. Morning, Grandma, Maya says, adjusting her Oakland Preparatory Academy uniform. The private school blazer still feels strange, but Maya's grades have soared. She's studying advanced mathematics and taking a special course in emergency medical response. Morning, baby. Ready for your big interview today? Maya nods. Channel 7 News is featuring her story as part of their Bay Area Heroes series. The 12-year-old who saved a Hells Angel and launched a national movement. The Morrison Foundation Community Center stands where an abandoned warehouse used to be. Tommy kept his promise. The center serves over 400 families monthly, providing after-school programs, senior services, job training, and healthcare navigation. Maya serves as youth ambassador, but her role goes far beyond ceremonies. She leads a program called Kids Helping Kids, where she teaches emergency response skills to children throughout Oakland. Last month, her training helped an 8-year-old save his grandfather during a diabetic emergency. The ripple effects continue spreading. Maya's story has been featured in national magazines, inspiring copycat programs across the country. The Morrison Foundation receives over 300 applications monthly from communities wanting their own Young Heroes initiative. Tommy has identified 12 more young heroes in 6 different states. Each receives full educational support and community project funding. Each creates their own local impact. In Detroit, 15-year-old Marcus Williams used his Young Hero resources to start an urban farming program that feeds 300 families weekly. In Phoenix, 13-year-old Maria Gonzalez created a bilingual literacy program that has taught 200 adults to read English. In Atlanta, 14-year-old Kevin Thompson established a mentorship network connecting retired veterans with at-risk youth. Maya tracks all their progress on a wall map in her bedroom, red pins marking each Young Hero location. Tommy visits monthly to review her documentation videos and plan expansion strategies. Maya's impact extends far beyond her individual rescue. Dr. Sarah Lane, a child psychology professor at UC Berkeley, tells Channel 7 News. She's proven that character development programs focused on service can transform entire communities. The Oakland Police Department reports a 40% decrease in youth crime in Maya's neighborhood since the community center opened. Property values have increased 25%. 3 new businesses have opened, citing the positive community energy as a factor. Maya's own transformation is remarkable but grounded. She speaks confidently at foundation events, sharing her story with audiences of hundreds. But she still helps elderly neighbors carry groceries. She still makes cookies, though now the profits fund micro-scholarships for classmates who can't afford school supplies. The amazing thing about Maya, says her teacher at Oakland Prep, is that success hasn't changed her fundamental kindness. If anything, having resources has amplified her desire to help others. Maya's documentation videos for the foundation show her natural leadership developing. She interviews other young volunteers, teaches first aid techniques, and explains complex social issues with impressive maturity. The videos have gone viral multiple times. Maya's YouTube channel, Little Angel Chronicles, has 200,000 subscribers. Comments pour in from children worldwide, inspired to start their own helping projects. Tommy appears in her monthly videos, providing updates on foundation growth. Maya's courage that day on MLK Boulevard didn't just save my life, he tells viewers. It saved our faith in the next generation. The foundation has documented measurable community improvements, increased high school graduation rates, decreased emergency room visits among seniors, improved neighborhood safety scores, and higher civic participation among young people. Local businesses have started the Maya's Way program, offering discounts to families who complete community service hours. Maya's former cookie customers now volunteer as reading tutors and homework helpers at the center. Rose appears regularly in Maya's videos, sharing wisdom with young viewers. My grandbaby learned that helping others doesn't make you poorer, she tells the camera. It makes the whole world richer. Maya's story has become a case study at business schools and social work programs. The Morrison model of character-based philanthropy is being replicated by foundations nationwide. But for Maya, the most important measure of success is simple. No child in her neighborhood sells cookies to afford grandparents' medicine anymore. 2 years later, 15-year-old Maya walks home from her volunteer shift at the Morrison Foundation Community Center. She's taller now, more confident, but still carries herself with the same humble kindness that caught Tommy's attention. Oakland Preparatory Academy has challenged her academically. She's considering pre-med programs inspired by her emergency response training. Her college scholarship fund has grown with investment returns, ensuring she'll never worry about educational costs. Rose, now 70, is healthier than she's been in years. Her heart condition is well managed with the best cardiac care available. She's become a beloved figure at the community center known as Grandma Rose to hundreds of children. Maya turns onto MLK Boulevard, the same street where everything changed. The corner where she found Tommy has been transformed. A small memorial plaque reads, "Where courage met compassion, young heroes begin here." Then Maya sees something that stops her cold. A car accident, fresh, steam rising from crumpled metal. An elderly woman was trapped in the passenger seat, conscious but clearly injured, blood on her forehead. Her husband was in the driver's seat, unconscious. Maya immediately recognizes the scene. Someone needs help. Now. Without hesitation, she calls 911 while running toward the accident. There's a two-car collision on MLK Boulevard near 23rd Street. Two elderly victims, one unconscious, one responsive. I'm providing first aid. Maya reaches the woman first. Ma'am, my name is Maya. I'm trained in emergency response. Can you tell me your name? Eleanor, the woman whispers. My husband, is he... Maya quickly assesses both victims using skills learned through her young hero training. She knows how to check for spinal injuries, how to control bleeding, how to keep victims calm. Eleanor, your husband is breathing. The paramedics are coming. I'm going to stay with you both until help arrives, just like she did with Tommy 2 years ago. Maya holds Eleanor's hand and talks to her about grandchildren and favorite recipes, anything to keep her conscious and calm. When paramedics arrive, they find both victims stable thanks to Maya's quick response. Excellent work, the lead paramedic tells Maya. Your first aid probably prevented serious complications. The next morning, Tommy arrives at Maya's house with extraordinary news. Maya, do you remember Eleanor from yesterday's accident? Of course. Is she okay? She's fine. And she wants to meet you. Eleanor Patterson is a retired school principal who just decided to donate her life savings, $2 million, to expand the Young Heroes Initiative. Maya stares at Tommy in amazement. Maya, this has become our unofficial test. When young heroes continue helping people without being asked or rewarded, we know we've invested wisely. Tommy smiles. Yesterday proved something important. Your character hasn't changed because of your circumstances. If anything, having resources has made you more eager to help others. They drive to the hospital where Eleanor waits with a foundation contract and a life-changing announcement. My dear, Eleanor says, you saved my husband's life yesterday. Now I want to help you save many more. Maya's story proves that heroism doesn't require age, size, or wealth, just the courage to act when others won't. A 12-year-old girl saw someone dying and chose compassion over self-preservation. She sacrificed her grandmother's medicine money to save a stranger's life. That $8 choice transformed not just her family, but hundreds of others across America. Maya learned that helping one person creates a ripple effect that touches countless lives. Her courage on MLK Boulevard didn't just save Tommy, it launched a movement proving that good people still exist at every age. What would you have done in Maya's situation? Would you give up your last $8 for someone you'd never met? In the comments, share a time when a young person showed you what real courage looks like. Let's celebrate the kids who make the world better despite having so little. Like this video if you believe children can change the world. Subscribe for more stories proving heroes come in all sizes. Share this with a young person who needs to know their kindness matters. Remember, you don't need much to make a huge difference. Sometimes it just takes $8 in the heart to care about strangers.
At Black Voices Uncut, we don't polish away the pain or water down the message. We tell it like it is because the truth deserves nothing less. If today's story spoke to you, click like, join the conversation in the comments, and subscribe so you'll be here for the next Uncut Voice.